get really nervous kind of leading up to the event. And then once I'm on stage and I'm done with that first spiel, I'm feeling much better about it. Ideally, really the most important thing is you guys have fun on stage. Because if you're not having fun, how do you expect everyone else to have fun, right? Be a mic hog. I mean, if anything, I think what you should do if you have a co-host is try to make the other person shine. You know, because when you do that, I mean, the audience can see what you're trying to do. Don't try to be all like, oh, it's my show, it's demo show, you know, whatever.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chino.
My name's Stephanie.
My name's Debbie.
And I'm Sophie, and it is our pleasure to be hosting this event tonight.
Super excited to see all of you guys and to see all the kitty performers on stage and in their full K-pop outfits doing their best K-pop moves and stuff.
1, 2, 3, go!
So let's not delay our K-pop party. Everyone, let's put our hands together for some daydream.
Once the show starts, you just never know what's going to happen, right? So preparation is the most important thing. You kind of develop a natural sense of like how words are supposed to fit together and how sentences are supposed to be constructed. And as a host, this is really important. Yeah. Awesome. Anything else?
I'm Junior Jock Hannah.
I'm Junior Jocks Keshi, and we don't need to introduce her.
Hello. No, you guys, thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you so much for
gracing
teaching
us with your presence.
So we have a few questions to ask you regarding like TV hosting and like all that stuff. So how did you start out as a host?
Well, I auditioned for a gig on TV. There was a channel, still is around, ETC, which is great.
Yeah.
At the time, they didn't have a host, a local host, and so they were looking for a host. And I auditioned for the job, and I luckily got the job. And so that's kind of how it started. Like a couple of years after that, Sam YG asked me if I wanted to do radio, and I was like, yeah, I'll try that. And then, you know, the event hostings and all that stuff. That's how it started.
Okay. Alright, so how do you, before every gig, what do you do to prepare for it, I guess, and try to make sure that you're on your game for the hosting gig?
Researching for whatever event you're hosting is very important. Just, you know, preparing, knowing what product you'll be talking about, knowing who's going to be there, you know, knowing what kind of event it is. Just when you have an idea, I mean, and you never really know how it's going to go down exactly, but if you kind of know how it's going to happen, you'll be so much more confident, and it'll show when you're there and you're hosting, right? So just do your homework. Yeah.
Be prepared, know it.
Absolutely. Preparation is the most important thing.
Well, you've made a name for yourself, obviously, but people want to know, like, what's your worst experience
with the hosting and stuff like that? Oh gosh, do I have a worst? I guess my first one was the worst. You know, I was telling the kids earlier about my first hosting experience, and it was horrible. I was crying after the whole, I mean, I wasn't even off stage yet. Like, I was walking down the stairs to go off stage, and I was crying already. It was that bad.
What was so like bad about it?
I think just I was overwhelmed, you know, by being on stage. That was my first time ever hosting an event, and I felt kind of abandoned because, you know, no one
was alone, or?
No, I had a co-host, and he was great, but it was really just me. Like, it was an event, and you know, it wasn't the most professionally organized event, and
like struggling.
Yeah, I was struggling so much, and it was in front of all these people, and by the end of the whole thing, I was just, you know, I'm done. Like, I cannot hold it together anymore. So I just kind of broke down. I mean, it's funny when I think about it now, but it was absolutely horrible.
It always is funny looking back at it.
It is, it is.
It's never good in the moment. But looking back at it,
yeah. So, you know, if you have a horrible hosting experience, just remember, from far away enough, anything is funny.
Yeah.